Next on BGSU Brain Game, it is Toledo School for the Arts versus Upper Sandusky. I think I hear the sounds of a sensational synaptic symphony coming up. Only one team can leave victorious, but who is it going to be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game. It is Toledo School for the Arts versus Upper Sandusky. Let's meet our teams. Starting with TSA, tell us who you are.
Hello, I'm Jacoby Edge, senior, and to my right is Eli Longacre, 10th grade, and to my left is Ryan Donaldson, 10th grade.
And who are you coached by?
We are coached by Kenneth Householder Burchett.
All right, welcome to Toledo School for the Arts. Upper Sandusky, tell us who you are.
We are Upper Sandusky. I'm Robbie Wangard. I'm a senior. To my left is Cameron Arnold, who's also a senior, and to my right is Liv Geyer, who's also a senior. And we are coached by Aaron Frazee. All
right, welcome to both of our teams. We're going to start things off with our toss-up round. In this round, all questions are worth 10 points. No deduction for an incorrect answer, so you can play it a little bit looser on your buzzers. You may confer before buzzing in, and you may steal a question in this round. All right, TSA, Upper Sandusky, are you ready?
Yes,
Here we
sir.
go. Which 10-letter adjective can be used to describe blood that has just left the lungs and returned to the left side of the heart? That would be Upper Sandusky. Cameron.
Oxygenated.
Correct. This unit of measure, equivalent to 1/1,000,000th of a millimeter, is used to describe bacterial measurements. That would be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
A nanometer.
Incorrect. By what name is this unit known? TSA wants to steal? No? Yes? Time. A micron is what we were looking for there, a micron. In what year was the 26th Amendment of the United States Constitution ratified, granting 18-year-olds the right to vote? That would be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
1972.
Incorrect. TSA, would you like to steal? That would be Elijah.
1969.
Incorrect. 1971. 1971. Close, but not quite. Identify the name of medieval associations of artisans, craftsmen. That would be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
Guilds.
Guilds, correct. In which U.S. city could one visit the Franklin Institute, one of the nation's oldest science and education museums? That would be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
Philadelphia.
Correct. Prior to the duel between Vice President Aaron Burr and political rival Alexander Hamilton, which government position was held by Hamilton? That would be Upper Sandusky. Liv.
Secretary of State.
Incorrect. TSA, would you like to steal? That would be
Secretary of Treasury.
Correct. Secretary of the Treasury is what we needed there. Which country's 1936 Civil War was the that would be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
Spain.
Correct. Yes. Which month of the year has been designated by poets as both a time to be in England and the cruelest month? That would be TSA. Jacoby.
April.
April is actually true. Yeah. Yes, is correct. Rickets caused by a lack of calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus is a serious disease of which body part? That would be Upper Sandusky. Cameron.
The legs.
Incorrect. TSA, would you like to steal? That will be Jacoby.
Hands.
Incorrect. Bones. Bones. Highly addictive. This class of drugs is used to relieve pain, and that will be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
Narcotics.
Correct. That is all 10 questions in this round. Let's take a look at our score. TSA currently at 20 points. Currently in the lead with 50 points is Upper Sandusky, but you're going to want to stick around because our risk and reward round is coming up next. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. It is TSA versus Upper Sandusky. We had a scoring correction at the end of the last round. It is now Upper Sandusky 60, TSA 20 points. All right, looks like we have a substitution for TSA. TSA, who's joined your team?
To my left is Katie Red, a senior.
All right, welcome to you, Upper Sandusky, staying with your lineup from this last round. This is now our risk and reward round. There are 10 questions in this round. The first 9 questions are 10 points apiece. No deduction again for an incorrect answer. But that 10th question is our risk and reward question. We will give you a topic, and then you have the option to risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments on that topic. If you get it right, you get those extra points. You get it wrong, you lose those points. That's why it's called risk and reward. All right, TSA, since you're at 20 points, you will be going to isolation. Upper Sandusky, you're sticking around. So that means it's time for TSA to head out and go to isolation. All right, Upper Sandusky, are you ready for your risk and reward round? Here we go. In the words abiogenesis and atypical, what is the meaning of the prefix A? Robbie.
Not.
Correct. In addition to Sir Isaac Newton, which other scientist created his own unique notation for calculus computations? That would be Robbie again.
Euler.
Incorrect. Leibniz is what we needed there. Leibniz. After oxygen, what is the second most abundant element in the Earth's crust, coming in at about 28% by weight? Robbie. Sorry?
Nitrogen.
Incorrect. Silicon. During a flame test, what color is exhibited by barium? That would be Robbie.
Blue.
Incorrect. Green or yellow-green? Give the 2-word Latin phrase that refers to an error in logic or fallacy of thought. Its literal translation is, it does not follow. End time there. Non sequitur is what we needed there. In the 16th century, this Polish astronomer revolutionized thinking about the universe when he proposed a heliocentric solar system. Who was he? That would be Robbie.
Copernicus.
Copernicus is correct. Identify the national park that follows the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains in West Virginia and includes nearly 100 miles of the Appalachian Trail within its boundaries. That would be Robbie.
Smoky Mountains.
Incorrect. Shenandoah National Park. Identify the kind of verb that indicates tense, but also may indicate voice, mood, person, or number, often referred to as helping. These verbs include words be, have, and do. That would be Robbie.
A passive verb.
Incorrect. Auxiliary verbs is what we were looking for there. If you suffer from somnambulism, you are afflicted with which dangerous disturbance that results in the need to bolt doors at night? That would be Robbie.
A phobia.
Incorrect. Sleepwalking. Sleepwalking. All right, this is our risk and reward question. The topic is physics. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can simply pass. Upper Sandusky, what are you thinking?
15.
15 on physics. One of his best loved quotes is, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer." Name this German-American scientist who won the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics. That would be Robbie.
Einstein.
Einstein is correct. All right, let's take a look at the score now for Upper Sandusky. 95 points for Upper Sandusky. It is now the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time for you to head out to isolation. Now let's bring back in Toledo School for the Arts. Welcome back, TSA. Are you ready for your risk and reward round?
Yes, sir.
Starts right now. In the words abiogenesis and atypical, what is the meaning of the prefix A? Jacoby.
Not.
Correct. In addition to Sir Isaac Newton, which other scientist created his own unique notation for calculus computations? Time. Leibniz is what we're looking for there. After oxygen, what is the second most abundant element in the Earth's crust, coming in at about 28% by weight? That would be Jacoby.
Carbon.
Silicon is what we needed there. Silicon. During a flame test, what color is exhibited by barium? Jacoby.
Yellow.
Incorrect. Yellow-green. Give the two-word Latin phrase that refers to an error in logic or fallacy of thought. Its literal translation is, it does not follow. Time. Non sequitur is what we needed there. In the 16th century, this Polish astronomer revolutionized thinking about the universe when he proposed a heliocentric solar system. Who was he? That would be Jacoby.
Galileo.
Incorrect. Copernicus is what we needed there. Identify the national park that follows the crest of the Blue Ridge Mountains in West Virginia and includes nearly 100 miles of the Appalachian Trail within its boundaries. Time. Shenandoah Valley is what we needed there. Identify the kind of verb that indicates tense but also may indicate voice, mood, person, or number. Often referred to as helping, these verbs include the words be, have, and do. Jacoby. I'm sorry?
Adverb.
Incorrect. Auxiliary verbs is what we were looking for there. If you suffer from somnambulism, you are afflicted with which dangerous disturbance that results in the need to bolt doors at night? Jacoby.
Paranoia.
Incorrect. Sleepwalking. Sleepwalking. All right, we're at a risk and reward question. The topic is physics. You can risk up to 30 points in 5-point increments, or you can pass. What do you think, TSA?
We'll bet 15.
15 it is for TSA. All right, risk and reward, physics. One of his best loved quotes is, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer." Name this German-American scientist who won the 1921 Nobel Prize in Physics. That would be Jacoby.
Einstein.
Einstein is correct. You get those additional 15 points. You now have 45 points. All right, TSA, that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time to clear our scores, and let's bring back in Upper Sandusky. Welcome back, Upper Sandusky. It is now time for our two teams to see where they stand against each other. Upper Sandusky now has how many points? 95. TSA stands at 45 points. A very close competition indeed, but you're going to stick around because things can change very, very quickly in our next round. It's our category round where questions are worth up to 30 points and deductions start. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Quite the competition indeed. We have Toledo School for the Arts with 45 points. And currently in the lead with 95 points is Upper Sandusky. All right, looks like Upper Sandusky, you've shuffled the deck a little bit. Tell us who has joined your team, Robbie.
To my right is Sam Smith, and he's a senior.
All right, welcome to you. And TSA, who has returned?
Ryan Donaldson, the 10th grader, has returned.
All right, welcome back to Ryan, and welcome to Sam and all of our returning players. This is our category round. The power shifts a little bit now to our teams. They have 6 categories to choose from, and inside each category are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. But I must warn you, I repeat, I must warn you, deductions start now. If you go for 15, you are risking 15 points. There is one game changer question in there, and that's our double or nothing question in there, and it pretty much is what it is. You have a chance to double the question without the risk of it. So it could potentially be a game changer. We'll find out. TSA, you get to make the first selection, but all questions are open to all buzzers at all times. All right, TSA, make your choice.
Shakespearean lines, 15.
Shakespearean lines for 15 points. I will read a quote from Shakespeare. that is missing words and indicate the number of words needed to complete the sentence or phrase. You provide the missing words. We're looking for 4 words. Neither a borrower, that would be TSA, Jacoby.
Nor a lender be.
Correct. TSA, in control and on the move.
Shakespearean lines, 10.
Shakespearean lines now for 10 points. We're looking for 3 words. All's well, that would be Upper Sandusky, Sam.
That ends well.
Correct. Upper Sandusky takes control.
Technology 10.
Technology for 10 points. What does the acronym GPS stand for? That will be Upper Sandusky, Robbie.
Global Positioning System.
Correct. Upper Sandusky in control, now on the move.
Technology 15.
Technology for 15. What does the acronym VPN? That would be Upper Sandusky, Robbie.
Virtual Private Network.
Correct. Upper Sandusky.
Technology 20.
Technology now for 20 points. QCOM is the stock market ticker symbol for which, that would be Upper Sandusky, Robbie.
Qualcomm.
Correct. Upper Sandusky still in control, making a move.
Technology 25.
Technology now for 25 points. In the electrical field, what does AC and DC stand for? That would be Upper Sandusky, Cameron.
Alternating current and direct current.
Correct. Upper Sandusky still in control.
Economic terms for 15.
Economic terms now for 15 points. Identify the term from the field of economics as defined. Asset or property used by an owner to secure a loan. That would be Upper Sandusky, Cameron.
A security.
Incorrect. TSA, would you like to steal? That would be Ryan.
Collateral.
Collateral is what we're looking for there. TSA takes back control.
Shakespeare 20.
Shakespeare now for 20 points. This is 3 words. This was the most unkindest. Time cut of all. TSA in control.
Shakespeare 25.
Shakespeare now for 25. This is our double or nothing question. 4 words. This was the noblest. I'm sorry, time. Correct? Did not get in time? It was the noblest Roman of them all. All right, TSA in control.
Shakespeare 30.
Shakespeare now for 30 points. 4 words. Men at some time are. Time. Masters of their fates. TSA in control.
Economic terms 10.
Economic terms now for 10 points. Group of workers who organize efforts to improve wages. Upper Sandusky, Cameron.
Union.
Correct.
The human eye for 15.
Human eye for 15 points. Identify the clear part of the eye that bends and focuses the light. Upper Sandusky, Cameron.
The lens.
Say again?
The lens.
Correct.
The human eye for 10.
Human eye for 10 points. Name the opening in the eye through, that would be Upper Sandusky. Sam.
The pupil.
Correct. Which light enters? Upper Sandusky in control.
Technology for 30.
Technology for 30 points. Finishing off this category. In 1995, what was the first item ever sold on eBay? That would be TSA, Elijah.
A book.
Incorrect. Upper Sandusky has the opportunity to steal. That would be Upper Sandusky, Robbie.
A broken clock.
Incorrect. A broken laser pointer. Looks like Upper Sandusky High School's in control.
The human eye for 20.
Human eye for 20 points. What nerve transports the image from the eye to the brain? That would be Upper Sandusky, Sam.
The optic nerve.
Correct. Upper Sandusky, your call.
The human eye for 25.
Human eye for 25. The cells found in the inner back wall of the eye that are used to see colors are called what? That would be Upper Sandusky, Cameron.
Cones.
Correct. Upper Sandusky, your call.
Economic terms for 20.
Economic terms for 20 points. Begins with a C, a person or firm that lends money to a borrower. Time, a creditor is what we needed there. Upper Sandusky, your choice.
The human eye for 30.
The human eye for 30 points. What do we call the sightless area that occurs in the field of vision due to the lack of that would be Upper Sandusky, Sam.
Cataracts.
Incorrect. Lack of photoreceptors where the optic nerve enters the eye. That would be TSA's opportunity to steal. End of round, end of time. We were looking for blind spot there is what we were looking for there. All right, let's take a look at our score. Toledo School for the Arts currently at 45 and Upper Sandusky at 180 points. Coming up next is our brainstorm round where questions are worth 20 points apiece, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. Still anybody's game. Stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. TSA currently at 45 points. Upper Sandusky 180 points. TSA, looks like you have a returning member and someone new who's joined the team.
To my right is Oliver Cherry Timmons, a freshman.
All right, and who's returned?
And to my left is Katie Red, a senior.
All right, welcome back. And Upper Sandusky staying with their lineup from the last round. All right, this is our brainstorm round. All questions in this round are worth 20 points, negative 20 points. I repeat, negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but no stealing. There is no stealing in this round. TSA, Upper Sandusky, are you ready for brainstorm? Here we go. South Africa has 3 capital cities. 2 are Bloemfontein and Cape Town. What is that? Would be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
Johannesburg.
Excuse me?
Johannesburg.
Incorrect. Pretoria is what we needed there. Name the capital of the Czech Republic. That will be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
Prague.
Correct. Who is supposed to have said, quote, "There's a sucker born every minute," end quote? Time. P.T. Barnum. In Hugh Lofting's Dr. Dolittle stories, who aids Dr. Dolittle in learning the animals' languages? Polynesia is what we're looking for there. Identify the United States president who earned the nickname the Era of Good Feeling President. That would be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
Monroe.
Correct. In 1057, this man, the eldest son of King Duncan, killed Macbeth, King of Scots. Who was he? Malcolm is what we were looking for there. Identify the German scientist who first conclusively proved the existence of electromagnetic waves in 1887. Time. Heinrich Hertz is what we were looking for there. If a person is diagnosed with pyromania, what is the object? That would be Upper Sandusky. Sam.
Fire.
Fire. That is their object of fascination. Volcanic cones that grow up from the bottom of the ocean are known by which name? They are known as seamounts. Seamounts. Identify the branch of medical science that deals with the kidneys and that would be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
Nephrology.
Nephrology, yes. Name the type of instrument that would reflect a reading of 6.8 on the Richter scale. That would be Upper Sandusky. Cameron.
Seismograph.
Seismograph is correct. What body of water does the Nile River empty into? Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
The Mediterranean Sea.
Correct. Country of which Djibouti is the capital? That would be Upper Sandusky. Robbie.
Djibouti.
Djibouti is correct. In Africa, which country is tucked between Algeria and Libya? Upper Sandusky, Robbie.
Tunisia.
Correct. That is the end of round. Let's take a look at our score. TSA with 45, and our winner with 320 points is Upper Sandusky. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. Gonna have my teams come on out, meet in the middle. We're gonna shake hands. We're gonna see you at the next BGSU Brain Game.